Hello and welcome. I am the Suit&Tie Dip&ChewGuy, and this is the number 42 short format review. So, TimberWolf apple flavor long cut. What is it? Taking a look at the can, that is a silver plastic lid with a sticker on it. Everything is fairly straightforward on that sticker. Right to the barcode and manufacturer's information, which I will get back to. You have branding. TimberWolfSnuff.com is the website showing up top above the branding. Then you have a warning label and more branding, flavor, and cut. On the back, it's a pretty generic looking can. What you're seeing there is actually sort of a skid scuff. There is yellow pinpoint ink code. It is 9 letters and digits long. I do not know what it means. I have never come across a TimberWolf product in my area that was dry, so it's never really been too important to me. As far as the manufacturer's information, this is a product of the Pinkerton Tobacco Company that is headquartered and manufactures out of Owensboro, Kentucky. They are the makers of Red Man, TimberWolf, and Longhorn. So I'm going to cut into this. I have not had any apple flavored dip since the original Fruit series, which was about a year ago, I believe. You didn't see this one coming, did you? Somewhat surprisingly, neither did I. And we have it open. The silver lid is good for showing you what the cut looks like. As you can see, it is from long to very short cut. The lid itself as a lid is absolute garbage. The product looks a little inconsistent in the can. The moisture looks good, and it is really dark. It's a dark product, and that is pretty much my camera over time here has seemingly self-corrected, or I've done something with the light different or whatnot. That is basically dead on what it looks like. There is a strong green apple smell, like a crisp apple. All right, so I'm going to show you. Yeah, the moisture is really high in this. You can see it falling there, I'm sure. Now, I didn't pack the can, but you're about to see this whole bottom part fall off. You see that? So, it's not the greatest cut. TimberWolf is not a good cut, and my other big complaint with TimberWolf is the lids. That all said, their flavors are usually good, all right, and they seem to have enough nicotine. In fact, some of their products have a surprisingly high amount of nicotine considering they are a budget line. So I'm going to take a pinch of this and then probably take a filler, and then I will be back. And I am back. Okay, so here's what it is. It's a crisp green apple flavored dip. Good moisture level. Not so great cut. Personally, I am not a big fan of crisp apple flavors. That's a personal preference. It's nothing against the product. I like the warm apple pie of Stoker's Apple Chew. Not so much a fan of this and the Skull, which this is very like the Skull. This comes off as a little bit more candy-ish, not because they have upped the green apple flavor really that much. It's because this does not have the dark fired tobacco undertone of the Skull product. Cut leaves a lot to be desired, and that is the way all the way through the TimberWolf line. It's a little bit better than the sister products of the Longhorn line, but not by much. The can lid is ridiculous, as I've already pointed out, and as I always point out. But, you know, it's not so much that it's not a metal lid, it's that I know from Red Seal, using Red Seal, that you can do a pretty good plastic lid. That is, you know, the integrity of which isn't compromised in any way in your pocket. And this just isn't that. But the flavor, if you like crisp green apple flavor, then this will do it. Nicotine's there. It's not going to be terribly high, but it's not going to be as low as you would think. Let me put it that way. And it very well may be higher than the Skull Apple product. Just from overviewing the numbers available from TimberWolf and from Skull, the TimberWolf are either in position to compete. Some cases, like their wintergreen, they're actually higher. So I find this cut terrible to deal with, especially moving around the side. It left a trail. It stays fairly firm in the mouth and doesn't start spreading out, but I get stuff that comes up over the molars. There's a lot of floaters, basically. So the cut's not that great. The flavor, if you like crisp green apple flavor, is pretty good, okay? Somebody that likes that, I'm not a big fan, but somebody that actually likes that, this will probably do it for you. Nicotine is present. It's not terribly high, but I'm not saying it's real low either. It's good enough for right now for me. So all in all, you know, TimberWolf, I have a couple major complaints with the product line. And, you know, packaging and stuff is part of it. I just think they could do a better job. But do keep in mind, and this is important, back in the late 90s, early 2000s, Swedish Match, which owns Pinkerton Tobacco Company, actually re-gauged this as a lower budget product. This originally was being set up to compete with first tier products, and they decided they weren't going to go that route, and they were going to down tier it, basically. So, you know, if you can get it priced as a budget product, then I think this is a pretty good deal. In my area, for whatever reason, places do carry TimberWolf, and they are priced higher than Grizzly, and that is not a good deal. So do keep that in mind. So this has been the What Is It review of apple flavor TimberWolf Long Cut. I am the Suit&Tie Dip and Chew Guy. I do hope you are well. Do take care of yourselves, and God bless.